wondered if you've noticed how your games complement each other and kind of like what he's like as a player.
Oh. Nobody asked a question.
Somebody please ask a question.
I'll go. Rui, we were just talking about the scrimmage with purple and gray, and JJ was mentioning gray was kind of dominating there. Can you talk a little bit about how the scrimmages have been going so far in training camp?
Yeah, they play harder. This is for, for them it's just they want to get the roster spots. For us, everybody too. But we've been competing. JJ said the gray being really good. We just we're just getting back together. But yeah, they playing hard. We gotta we Papo, we have to kind of bring our energy back and get back to our rhythm.
What's LeBron's influence been on practices, even though he's not full participant in what you guys are doing?
No, yeah, he been in the practice sitting and talking to us. He been getting treatment, but also we ask him questions and all that, and he been vocal with as a leader. So yeah, it's been great.
You talked on media day about wanting to be more aggressive. How do you kind of practice that and get into that mindset now during training camp, especially with LeBron still on the sideline?
Yeah, I think I had to be more aggressive on both hands. Offensively, of course, attacking the rim. Getting the ball and under the rim, those kind of stuff. LeBron was doing it. I think those gonna be the easier for me, and of course knocking those threes, open threes. Luka and A are gonna get a lot of attention, so I gotta be ready for that.
JJ told Spectrum the other day he spent a lot of time reflecting on the Minnesota series, the preparation going into it, and the execution during it. How did that first round exit sit with you over the offseason? What do you think back to it? Do you think that disappointment's carried by some of the members coming back to this team?
I mean, it's still there. That was our last game we played. So we think about it sometimes, but it is what it is. We just gotta, we got a new team. We have to have the different mindset. Coming out the new season, and yeah, we gotta. There are a lot of changes. They made in the league too. So we gotta kind of see who's in what. But yeah, I think we got better too. So we just gotta build our chemistry, and we're going from there.
Rui, we'll expect that you'll be playing a good amount of minutes with DeAndre Ayton. It's only been a couple days of practice, but wondered if you've noticed how your games complement each other and kind of like what he's like as a player.
Yeah, he likes to shoot mid-range. He got those. He has a size. So he can get in the rim easily. It's almost a mismatch, every time, and especially me, him, Braun on the court, it's almost mismatch. Somebody gonna be mismatched with this lineup, so I think it's gonna be interesting.
And how about defensively with the team?
Yeah. He has a size, so we can trust him in the backside. I think we can kind of pressure the ball more. I think with our communication, we have to be a little better about with the coverage, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Really, now that Luka will have a full training camp with the group, you talk about becoming a little bit bigger leader. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, he's more vocal. I think I can see that he's the leader in here. I got the since of course when he got traded, he came from injured. He came out from injured, whatever, and came to the new team. So he was a little bit shy, I guess. But now he's just more vocal. He sees a lot of stuff, so he communicates with everybody. Make sure the whole team's good.
How was the offseason been with you? Look like you slimmed down a little bit. And then two, I know you worked out with Ron outside. You also worked out with Todd Ariza, some other guys too. You've been real active out here. So how did the workout go? And how was your camp too and your camp too as well?
Yeah, it's been great. I was walking out with my trainer Jared. I've been with him the whole summer. But yeah, also the basket on the court, I was walking out with LeBron, whatever. But yeah, I think my goal is the same. I wanna win championship in here, and I have a big job in here too. So I gotta make sure my roles, everything, whatever the team asks for, and I just gotta focus on that and help this team win.
They were a really tight-knit group last year. What are your early impressions of the new additions and how they kind of have fit into?
Yeah, I think we got bigger. I think we have more size now. Not necessarily height, but I think the size with our strength. I think we're gonna be really good with the 1-2-5. Especially we do a lot of switching lineup. So I think it will be great. And we have a lot of 3-point shooters now. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
トレーニングキャンプの間にケミストリー作るのももちろんですけれども、コーチにこう見てもらってローテーションとかコーチが決める時間でもあると思うんですけども、その間にどんなことを見せたいと思ってやってますか？
僕が今までやってきたような、そういうスリーポイント、オープンショットを狙ったりとか、または僕のフィジカルを使ってそのミスマッチを解けるところ、そういうところをもっと意識してやっていきたいなと思います。
あとメディアデーの日にレブロンをもっとカバーしていきたいという話をしてましたけれども、プレシーズンもあんまりプレーしなさそうで、今シーズンに向けてもそうだと思うんですけど、もっとその練習を見てても、そのレブロンの代わりに自分がすごい任されるというか、頼られてるというのは感じられます。
感じますね。オフェンスの部分でもそうですし、ディフェンスの部分でもそうですし、僕がレブロンが出ないときは僕はもっと下を攻めれるので、そこはもっと意識してやってます。Good. All right. Thank you. Bye.